never been in a position where I don't have money. I'm figuring out how to pay bills. None of this.
I would have never imagined that, man. I thought you maybe was from like New York. You give me New York vibes.
I'm surprised you didn't have like be able to roll in from IT. Like anybody who's familiar with the Navy, IT is kind of like your radio guys, people making sure communications is up and running on the ship.
A lot of people don't get to see the fun side of us, right? Like dancing is my thing. I love to dance. You put me on a dance floor, I'm not getting off. Like a Christmas party.
November the 2nd, we're giving y'all opportunity. Let me go ahead and put the plug in. The all black.
Yeah, it definitely stands out.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Who's doing that, bro? You got to show them the for sale sign with the lights on it.
Go ahead and check out the Forte community on TikTok, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and YouTube, so you can subscribe and follow to see what's the latest and newest content we dropping. This is the only podcast that has the intention of bringing its guests to you in person at our live network party, the Forte Experience. Look forward to seeing you at our next one, ATL, November 2nd. Let's go.
Yes, make sure you go to the ForteExperience.com. Go get your tickets, the ForteExperience.com. Listen, we're coming to Atlanta, baby. All black on November the 2nd. Make sure you get your tickets right now. Speaking of tickets, make sure you get a copy of my latest book, Wholesale to Wealth. Go to Amazon right now. Go to Amazon. Get your latest copy of this book that's going to help you just increase your sales, all of the above, man. Go right now and get your copy. Wholesale to Wealth. What's up, everybody? I am your co-host, Dominic Epps.
And I'm your co-host, Randall Monfiston.
And we are here to dive into your lane of greatness, to discover what comes easy for you that may not be easy for all others.
Everyone's a genius, from the 9-to-5 employee to the Fortune 500 billionaire. We're here to highlight those attributes through dialogue and interviews with amazing guests.
Absolutely, man. And so we're so excited. But I got one question for you.
What's that, bro?
What's your forte? Let's go.
Hey.
What's good, man? What's good, bro?
What's good, bro? I'm feeling energized. Man.
Man, bro. Like I am feeling energized. Let me just say this right quick. My eyes look a little red. I got into the pool right before the podcast today. So that's what's going on there. But hey, man, today was a very beautiful day. Very beautiful day, man. I did something, man, that I haven't. I don't know about you. I did something today. I conquered my fear today. Bro. I did something I haven't done since boot camp. So we're talking 2001.
Okay.
Since boot camp, 2001. I actually jumped in the deep end of the pool. Bro, I've never done that since boot camp.
For real?
For real. Like,
you don't know how to swim?
I don't consider myself the best swimmer. Like, I know enough. I mean, of course I had to know enough then, you know what I'm saying? They taught me enough. I was in the kiddie pool. Let me say that. I went to the kiddie pool, right?
Yeah.
You know, they gave us the lessons or whatever the case may be. And so I knew enough to pass to get out of boot camp, right?
Yeah.
But for some reason, man, I had this fear, man. Like, oh man, I don't know if it was because my cousin almost drowned when we were young and she jumped in the deep end, had no business, knowing she couldn't swim, right? So today, man, me, my youngest, DJ, and the middle, Trent, we went to the pool, and I said, you know what? I did my workout, some core workout in the pool, in the kiddie pool with DJ. I said, I'm going to conquer this fear today. Like, I'm going to actually do it. I'm going to do it. Like, I'm not even going to play with it. You know what I mean? Because I know enough. I'm okay, but I'm not like a fish. You know what I mean? But I'm okay. You know what I mean? So I did it, man. I posted it on my IG, so y'all can go to my IG. You can go check it out. It's on my story. It's a reel. It's on my page. But you can go check it out. Like, I did the whole thing. So you
That's
know,
what's up, man. That's what's
yeah,
up, man.
bro, real
Congrats on
good.
that, man.
Yeah,
Congrats.
man. Yeah. Appreciate it, man. How was your day though, man?
It was good. It was good, man. It was productive, man. I was struggling to get out the bed, but I got out the bed, got to work early, got to the gym, got to go. That's where this energy's coming from. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
That post
Yeah.
gym workout right now, yo. So
Yeah.
hopefully it maintains. We got a double tonight recording, so you know what I mean, we're gonna
Absolutely.
make it do what it
Absolutely.
do. You know what I
No
mean?
doubt.
Make it do
Speaking
what
of
it do.
that, man, let's get right into it, man. So let me tell y'all, today's guest, man, I am so honored and so thrilled to have him on the show. Me and today's guest, man, we've been going back for quite some time, man. He used to do, the graphics. If I needed any graphic work done, he's a plug. Like he's the VA's plug. Like if you need graphics, you need print work, anything, right? Web design, if it was t-shirts, if it's club flyers, if it's business cards, if it's banners, retractable banners, if it's, step and repeat, any of that, he's the plug and everybody knows it. But today he gets to come on, man, the show and give his forte. So listen, needless to say, everybody, welcome my man Josh, Mr. Innovative Twist, to the show, bro. We so glad you're here, man.
What's going on? Thanks for having me. I appreciate you guys. I'm
Yeah,
proud of you for
man.
going deep end today.
Huh?
I had to watch that video. I'm proud of you for going in the
Oh
deep end.
yeah, man. Yeah, man. And it's crazy because we grew up around water all my life. But when it goes to the beach, when my feet can't touch the bottom and my head is above the water, I work my way back. You know what I mean? So, but it was that initial fear, bro. Like when you watch the video, you can see like soon as I jumped in, you can almost see me kind of like. Then I had to catch myself immediately and just go ahead and just swim. You know what I'm saying? So I did it 4 or 5 times.
Oh wow.
So yeah, I was like, I did it. I got over the initial. Was like, hold on, man. No, I gotta go again. You know what I'm saying? So went again. Then all right, cool. I was like, all right, I gotta go again. Did it again. Then the last time, my hat fell off my head because I had my hat off the first 3 times. This is the last time. I don't know why I jumped in with my hat on, and I was like, "Oh, I got to get my hat." You know what I mean? But it was good, man. But needless to say, y'all go watch it. But Josh, bro, I'm so glad, man, you're up here, man. So tell everybody about you. Just give us a little bit about who you are, where you from, and then we're gonna dive into your story.
So funny part, I'm from Lancaster, Pennsylvania, Amish country, right? So joined the military straight out of high school. Got to Virginia for in 2000, and I got stationed on USS Shreveport. So I did 4 years on LPD 12. I was at IT. I couldn't get a job when I got out doing the same thing, so I ended up working at FedEx Kinko's, and that's where I learned the print game. And then from there, I opened up my own company. I've been doing it 20 years now.
Wow, hold on, brother. I had no idea you was from Sight and Sound.
Oh yeah.
I had, if y'all not familiar,
y'all haven't been there, y'all need to go there.
That's
the only place where they got the real animals.
That's it.
Coming down the aisles.
If you all not familiar with Sight and Sound, Lancaster, Pennsylvania, yes, it's an Amish community. But for those of you that like great plays, great theater, they bring the Bible to life. Like
plays, absolutely.
Yeah, it's
the art bringing the animals down the aisles with you.
Yeah, it's dope. It's like the best production. If you want to see a real live production, you got to go to Sight and Sound, bro. I had no idea that you was from Lancaster. I would have never imagined that, man. I thought you maybe was from like New York. You give me New York vibes.
Yeah, everybody says that. I think it's just an up north thing. So, I tell people if you can make it here, you can make it anywhere because it's so diverse here. And that's we just had to learn. So I moved back home for a week and came right back. I was like, yeah, that's not for me. Too close to family. I was I ain't got nobody here, and I just build. And it gets to the point where you build so much that you're capping out, right? So, thanks to you, right? So talking about jumping in the deep end, you made me jump in the deep end and get my real estate license last year.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that. Randall, what you got, bro?
I do all that
Bro,
now.
so it's crazy. And Dom, like, this is kind of inside baseball talk because me and Dom was talking this past weekend about a business opportunity, and it might require me to move. And I was looking at Lancaster, Pennsylvania, because it's near what, Harrisburg or whatever that's
Yep,
called, the city
yep, the
nearby.
capital.
As Yeah, and I'm like, man, like as you said, as soon as you said Lancaster, I'm like, is this like God right now? Is this like some type of like something
Yeah,
coming for like a
yeah,
little
yeah.
sign or something like that? So yeah, man, that's crazy. So I need to pick
Yeah.
your brain about places to live out there. But yeah, man. So let's talk about it, right? So you said you joined the military, you went to LPD, and then you rolled over because you were IT. I'm surprised you didn't have like be able to roll in from IT. Like anybody who's familiar with the Navy, IT is kind of like your radio guys, people making sure communications is up and running on the ship, or they dealing with the computers as far as making sure the computers are working. But yeah, I'm shocked that no one scooped you up after that. But you
Well,
said you rolled with that. Say again.
because back then, right, yeah, I had all the Navy schooling, but it wasn't.
Uh huh.
I feel like if I got out now, they would have
Yeah.
took me with the Navy experience. But IT was so new back then that I
Oh.
feel like, because remember we were radiomen first and then transitioned to IT, but I don't think that our Navy experience
Mm,
translated all the
mm.
ways out.
Got it.
That I was the lead network administrator on my ship. Like I controlled your internet, I controlled your phones, I made sure hackers weren't getting on, but it didn't translate when I got out and I was stuck. I ain't know what I was gonna do. So I tried all
Yeah.
types of.
Yeah, ITs used to be the plug for the POTS line. You trying to make that
It
midnight phone
was.
call back home,
It
IT
was
is
nice
where
to
it's
eat with
at.
the Captain ate.
Huh?
It was nice to eat with the Captain ate.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. But yeah, so all right, so you went to work at Kinko's, and then what happened at Kinko's that kind of transitioned you into jumping into your own business
Mm.
and your own print shop?
So from there, I learned the printing. I learned graphics. Taught myself how to design certain things because people would come in and say, "Hey, can you design this?" I mean, this you talking about? This is where I met Joe Stick, Ernest Miles, like a bunch of people that I still print for till this day. And once I learned that, I actually went and worked for another company that was similar to what I was doing, and did a bunch of sales for him. And I decided one day, I'm gonna just do this on my own. I made $5,000 my first day, and I ain't never looked back since. But been six
Wow, wow,
business
Wow, wow.
wow.
every year ever since. Never, grew every year. Right. I promoted myself like I was a reggaeton artist. Like people used to be like, "Are you a reggaeton artist?" Right? Because I'd be just a picture in the front, me posing, doing crazy stuff, and then promoting the prices on the backside. And I'd be going to the clubs, handing them out, and just guerrilla marketing was my thing.
Got you, got you. So what did that look like? All right, so you went from Kinko's. Kinko's is a brick and mortar type of establishment. Were you doing this out of your garage, your apartment? Like, what was the setup like? So people who may be interested, or just people could understand the grit. Like, it's not going to be glam and glit to begin with, right? Like, you made 5,000. People are looking at that as like the pie in the sky. Oh man, he made 5,000 one day. But I want them to understand what you have to do to be able to get that 5,000.
So when I was in the other companies, pretty much people knew me. I always take care of people, and when I take care of people, they transition down. I mean, I back then I had clients in Chicago and different places based off of them meeting me either at Kinko's or the company I was in. And when I decided I was going to leave, I was like, "Hey guys, I'm leaving from here. I'm gonna do my own thing." They all came with me because they
Mm,
knew I would take care of them, right? I always believed in relationships over money. It's been my thing forever, and I still believe it till this day. So I don't chase money. I rather you be successful because the more successful you are, the more successful I am. So
absolutely.
understanding that, it made it so easy to transition that the sales just kept coming and coming and coming, and then going out and we'd go to places and I'd pick up a flyer and I'd be like, "Oh, I don't like this." I'd go back, redesign it, do something new, take it back, give them stuff for free, and then they became clients. And from there, I pick up franchises and all types of things.
Let me ask you a question, Josh. Let's get back to Lancaster, right? So let's talk about the young Josh.
Oof.
Growing up, was entrepreneurship something that you imagined, or was you a hothead? Like, how was life
So
for you growing up in Lancaster?
the funny part is I don't remember a lot of it, but my dad owned a painting company. I remember that. I would help him paint. I always went with my grandma to clean the banks and clean businesses. I never thought I would own my own company ever. I've always thought I was going to do the military, right? I needed to get away because I was just surrounding myself with just stupid people, stupid things. And I was like, if I don't get out of here, I'm either going to be in jail or 6 feet under, one of the two, right? So I was like, all right, I'm just leaving. So it was literally like 3 days after I graduated high school. And I just had to make a move. So entrepreneurship was never a thing for me that I thought of. I think it came along in my Kinko's days when I understood I can help people by learning things and then figuring out how to monetize it in a way, but also help people at the same time. Like I had a family to take care of at this point. So I didn't have a choice but to do whatever I had to do to be able to take care of the baby, you know? So I never thought it was going to be in my blood, but it runs in my family. My cousins own their own businesses. They're graphic designers, web designers. So we're in my family, we can all draw. Like we're artists, so we can draw. And I think we just take that and we just take it to the next level to figure out, okay, how can we take our passion and turn it into a lifestyle and income?
So you go from the Navy, you go to Kinko's, right? But before Innovative Twist, because man, you were like the branding king. You had to rebrand yourself. Let's talk about, if you don't mind, the partnership, because before it was the Innovative Twist, it was a whole other company, right?
Yeah. So there was so the company I worked for, right, back in the day was Marshall Lab Media. Everybody knew who that was. That was the man. He did his thing, and he brought me on, and that's where I learned more, right? So I figured out, okay, this is what I got to do. And it was good. We moved to a new location. Everything was great, but I wasn't fulfilled. I needed to do more, right? So we broke off, and I just, I sat in my living room and was just writing down names that I liked, and I decided, okay, I would try all these different combinations. So Innovative Twisters literally came from me liking the two names, putting them together, and making sure the domain name was available. Once that was available, that's what I stuck with, and that's till this day still the same.
So you said something I want people to hear, right? So you was coming up with the name for your business, but you made sure the domain name was available before you said this is the business name. Most people do it the opposite. They say this is my business, and they may start marketing that name, try to find a domain, and oh man, it's taken, right?
Yeah.
So you made sure that the name was available. Then you said, okay, all right, this is what I'm doing, right?
The funny part is though that it's not even the domain name that should be first. It's not even the name that should be, right? A lot of people think that our name shouldn't be the first thing that we come up with. It's our product, and then we come up with a name that actually speaks to our target audience based off the product. So everyone does it completely backwards. They're like, oh, I'm gonna do this name and then do it. But in reality, the way we're supposed to do it is we should know what our product is, who our target audience is, and our name should literally talk to them.
That's good.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. That's good. Yeah. Yeah. So allow us to get into your head for a minute. What was it like? Okay, you working with Marshall Lab Media, right? To be honest, no shade on the founder. You was like the face of the brand to me, right? You were the face of the brand. I just knew, hey, I'm hitting you up, right? What was it like though to transition and go into like your actual own? You're 100% owner. This is your company, which means all of the expenses, everything falls on you now, right? So what was that like when you made that transition, and also having a family making that transition? What was that like?
So definitely scary, right? Even though we split, I still try to work with him, right? Because he taught me a lot of things, but I learned the systems, I learned the process, I learned how I needed to do it to make it work, right? I made sure I always kept my overhead low, right? That was the biggest thing. I didn't go and get a storefront. I was able to do everything from home. I used to order my flyers from Florida and get them shipped in and go pick them up from the plane when it landed, and then meet my clients at 7-Elevens and parking lots and dropping them off at their houses. Like, that's literally how I started. I mean, I used to get pulled over because cops thought I was selling something else out the trunk, and it was literally just flyers, and it was just me delivering the customer's product. That was it.
Wow.
So how did you?
Became the face, and that was key, right?
Yeah.
But I became the face because I cared about the clients. So that's why I was the one getting the calls. Hey, this happened. Can you redo this? Yeah, we'll take care of it, right? I made sure that the client was always happy, and because of that, they followed me wherever I went.
Through this process transition from being part owner to now being an owner and you have full responsibility, were there any steps or any phases of where the fear was overcoming you and you had to take a pause, reassess, and then be able to then hit it head on? Or were you always like, I'm just going to take these steps forward no matter what happens?
Yeah, so I would say I didn't have that fear until COVID. I was good. Like, I knew how to make the money. I knew how to provide what the customers needed. So at that time, it was just rolling. I had customers all day long. I was going out and guerrilla marketing. I was handing out flyers everywhere. I was doing everything I needed to do. So never did I hit a low point to be like, hey, where's this paycheck coming from? How am I gonna pay these bills until COVID?
But let's talk about that. Let's talk
Yeah.
about COVID hit. Your business is now experiencing something you have never experienced since you started on your own, right? And you came to one of my classes, man.
I did.
And like the first one there every time. Show 5 a.m. calls, first one on the call, right? Like, and it kind of shocked me because I just knew you as a Josh Innovative Twist. This is another thing about branding. Randall, most people don't even know his name.
They sure don't.
They call him Innovative Twist. Don't even know his name. It's Innovative Twist. Right?
Now they do feel, but they know me as Innovative Twist.
Yeah.
My kids hate it. I walk through the mall and people are stopping me all day long. Hey, oh, you're the print guy, right? It's just how it became what it became. And, even a hat, right? No one knows me without a hat. I wear a hat. I wear a hat in the pool. Like, I literally, my wife will tell you, I wear a hat 24/7, right? I'm going bald, so I don't wear it. Like, I still got some.
Yeah.
I'm a,
yeah.
I've always been since I was a kid. I just love wearing hats.
So let's what made you say, all right, I'm gonna now pivot and I'm gonna do real estate? You're not leaving what you're doing, you're actually adding another string in your gifting, your talent, right? Man, you doing stuff in real estate, man. It's like out of this world. So what made you say, all right, I'm gonna pivot, I'm gonna do this now, right? Yeah. What made you get to that point?
So COVID hit, right? During COVID, now print stops. Yeah, we're essential, right? We're printing the menus, we're printing for churches, but that wasn't my niche. My niche was nightlife. Like, I was known for all the concerts, all the clubs. So now you're talking about making 40, 50, 60,000 a month, dropping down to making next to nothing. Our expenses didn't change at all, but our income changed. So it was like, okay, what are we going to do, right? We decided we were going to build Kids in Biz, right? We're like, all right, we've always wanted to do this nonprofit. Let's make this happen. We get this building. We tell the landlord, hey, look, we'll pay half until the stay-at-home order's lifted, blah, blah, blah. We build this beautiful place out. And then things still don't change, right? And we did it backwards. We built this place out, but we didn't have the curriculum done. We didn't do what we should have did from the beginning. So we ended up, okay, now we're bleeding, right? Now I'm stressed. I've never been in a position where I don't have money. I'm figuring out how to pay bills, none of this. I'm keeping this all from my wife because I don't need her stressed out. And then it gets to the point where I'm stressed and I'm miserable to be around. And I'm like, all right, babe, this is what's going on, right? So we're like, all right, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I'm watching, I'm on social media. I hear wholesaling. So I'm like, I'm going to learn wholesaling, right? And that's where Dom came along because he was holding the classes. So I'm going to the classes and I'm learning the wholesaling stuff. I'm making the calls in the morning with him, and you know, I'm cool with making calls. I don't care about rejection because it just means no for now, right? So then he's like, "You should get your license," and I thought it was a genius idea because the way Dom used to present things was, "Hey, if you don't want to sell it to me for cash, I can list it." So he gave options, and I was like, "That's genius. I can still get the deal. I'm either get the cash deal or I'm gonna get the list of house. I can win either way." So then I decided. I come home and I tell my wife, "Babe, I'm going to real estate school. I'm gonna call right now." And I think it was like a Friday. I think it was a Friday, and they were like, "Yeah, we have a class starting on Monday." I was like, "All right, sign me up." And she's like, "Wait, what? Who's gonna run the company? Why you're in class?" I'm like, "You are, babe. It's fine, you know." So I'm putting her. She's all stressed out, and I'm like, "Oh, what do you want me to do?" Right? And to me, I'm thinking real estate, easy money. We got this. Was I wrong? That week-long school didn't teach enough. It didn't teach me enough. One, because I'm not the type of person that I want to memorize the information. I want to know the information. I want to be able to make sure that if I say something, I know what I'm talking about, and I always got my clients back. So I did the week-long course. They're like, "You ready for the test?" I'm like, "No, not at all. Not even a little bit." So I took 3 months straight and studied. Everywhere we went, if I was out to eat, I had my iPad out. I was studying. And then I decided, you know what? All right, it's time to take that test. And I took the test, passed the first time, and been doing it a year and a half now.
Passed the first time. I need y'all to hear this. That's not normal. Okay, that is not normal. I remember when you called me and told me you passed, man, and just hearing the excitement on your voice, right? And here's the thing, man. Like, you know, I know you was gonna come in and become an eagle immediately because of your grit and your grind. Most people don't have it, right? And so when people ask me about mentorship, about training, and I say, "All right, meet me at 5 a.m." Everybody can't do that. That like eliminates 90% right there. 90% is done. You know what I'm saying? 90%, 90% is done, right? 90% done right there, right? But I want to get into this, man. Your marketing, man. Like, you're taking real estate and your marketing is out of this world. Like, most new agents don't get in and get.
You're just gonna have to come take a walk with me.
Yeah. I got you. Let's do it. Yeah.
This is the
That's
first.
the funny part.
This is the first right
Let's
here.
go. Let's go.
I got a listing that's 2 doors down from my house. So let's take a walk.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about, man. We're going on a
let's
field
go.
trip
Let's
live
go.
on
We're going on a field trip right now.
Let's go.
This is
Let's
a
go.
Forte Podcast exclusive right now, baby.
Exclusive.
Hold on.
Man.
So you're right. So the industry I'm in, the print and the marketing, it allowed me to do stuff absolutely crazy. Like, you know, stuff that other people, they're not going to do what I do.
Yeah.
So as you walk in, how do you balance? Like, I know for that first week, you had your wife step in and help out with the print shop. Now that you are full-time real estate, how do you balance that life? You have a family. You have now 2 businesses that you're running. So kind of share with the viewers and listeners, how do you properly manage your time to be able to meet all those different requirements?
But here's the thing, though, man. It wasn't just his wife working. Like, he had his kids in there working, right? Son doing photography. He had his daughters in. Like, it was a family affair.
Whole family. Got it.
Yeah, he had the whole family, right? It was a family affair. And so, man, but when you see, because most agents coming in, right, it's gonna be a challenge for most, right?
Oh, that's dope. That is dope. Is that wrapping on the whole garage door? Oh, that's
on
dope.
the garage door.
So I wrapped the whole garage door.
Yeah, it definitely stands out.
Come on, man. Right? Come on, man. Who's doing that, bro? Who's doing that? Like, who? Yo, you got me amped just talking about it. It's like, yo, who's doing that? You got to show them the for sale sign with the lights on it.
Hold on. Look at this flag.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. It's definitely an eye popper, right? Somebody driving down the street Like they're not looking for the picket sign in the grass. They see a big garage door sign and like, all right, I gotta stop and check this out. If this is the
Yeah.
presentation on the front, then I gotta see what the inside look like.
So this sign lights
Yeah.
up at night. Like it lights up bright.
Oh.
But that's just, that's just regular open houses. I got a blue carpet. I got the tent out. I got the tablecloth. So all the branding is on point. Like agents pull up and they're like, "Oh my God, I love your branding," and I'm just like, I just got to do things a little
So
bit
catch
different.
this, y'all. Catch this.
Hi, neighbor.
So he's not only doing real estate, but he's now getting new marketing clients, right? Because the agents that's coming to show the property, they're like, "Yo, who does your stuff?" Right?
I do.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
That's 2 for 1 right there. Yeah, that's 2 for 1 right there.
Yeah. That's dope, man. That's on a whole nother level. You know what I mean? And for those of you that's looking to, leave your 9 to 5, start your own business, right? You have gifts and talents and skill sets and things that you are learning from that 9 to 5 that you can use on your business, and you should use it. I need you to hear me. You should use those skills. Don't let it lay dormant. Use those skills to your advantage. And Josh, bro, you're doing it, man. You're doing it.
I
You're doing
appreciate
it.
that.
Yeah.
I think if I had to give a tip to anybody, it's wherever you're at, whatever your goal is, right? Whatever your main goal is, you should be working towards that in every job that you work in, right? Everything should be strategic. I need to be at this workplace so I can learn these training tools or how to be a good salesperson, right? Because I know my future goal is to own this. Well, you need to know sales to be able to do this. I think the difference between me, you, right, and other agents who own businesses and people who don't is we know how to run a business. In real estate, it's so hard that people just jump in here and think, "Hey, I can do this. It's easy." But then they're the ones complaining online, like, "How do you get clients?"
Yeah,
just
man.
talk to them.
Yeah.
Just have, like, I'm not scared to talk to anybody. I could be in the grocery store. I'm going to talk to random people who just walk by, right?
Yeah.
That is, my personality is that way. Yours is that way, right? I've seen you in action. Like, this is just who we are. You can't be someone who's not willing to talk to people or who are shy, or you had to have what it takes to do what we do. Like, it's not about, I don't do this the checks are great, but it ain't about the money for me, right? I spend more money on my advertising than I do on anything else because I understand the more people that see that, the more people I can help. That's my goal. Good. The branding, branding's so important.
Yeah. Let me ask you this, man. I want to touch on this real quick. I want to talk about family, because the way that you love on your family publicly it's dope. It's dope. For people that follow you, they see the relationship between you and your wife. Y'all are hilarious, by the way. You need your own reality show. Y'all are straight hilarious.
Podcast coming soon. Podcast is coming soon.
Okay, gotcha. But let's talk about that. Let's talk about how, because even you sharing the challenges you experience, I'll be honest, I would have never known.
No one will ever know.
Because I've never seen you upset. I've never, you know what I'm saying? Like, you keep a smile on your face. So I would have never known you was going through those challenges. But let's talk about, as far as your family, how was you able to keep everybody intact when you was going through that moment? Because as a man, as a provider, as the head of a household, that is stressful, right? It's stressful when you're trying to figure out, man, how are we going to do this and how are we going to do that? And I heard what you said. There are some things you didn't share. Trust me, I've been there. There's things I haven't shared with Queen. I'm like, man, I can't. She know we already at this point, money's not coming in. I can't add stress by telling her, yo, I got that letter the other day. You know what I'm saying? So let me try to figure out how can I resolve this, and let me give her a solution. Let me tell her it's already done, and I don't even have to mention it. But how was you able, man, to make sure that, there was no divorce, right?
If it
There was
wasn't,
no separation. Like,
yeah,
how did you keep everybody intact, man? Talk to us, brother.
wasn't me.
Mm,
It was my wife.
mm,
So here's the thing, right? My wife is my backbone. Like, that's my best friend. Like, we tell people all the time, you know, I married my best friend, and that makes life so much easier. There's times that you had to put husband and wife aside and come into have a conversation as best friends. The outcome's a lot better and easier to have conversations when you approach it that way. So for me, right, I hid it for so long, and then it was just I just couldn't deal with it. I was having a breakdown at this point. I'm like, what am I gonna do, right? So I finally tell her, and she's like, yo, I got you. She's like, I've been here before. My wife grew up in New York, and she didn't have the best childhood. She lived out in the streets. She used to figure out how to make a dollar go very far. So she's like, babe, we got this, and she made it happen. Like, it wasn't like the summers that we had before. It wasn't like, when the kids wanted something, we were able to do it. But we still made sure we had time for each other, our kids, and we were on the grind together, right? So she didn't leave me. She was there 1,000%. Like, she was still my number one cheerleader no matter what I was going through. And I tell people all the time, like, it was the toughest, even in our marriage, right? We'll be married 9 years on Saturday, but together 15, right? And I can tell you without a doubt, this was our hardest, well, not the last year, during that time period was our hardest ever in our relationship, ever. But we didn't give up, right? Like, I wasn't a joy to be around. I had so much stress, but she still kept pushing and pushing and pushing, never left, never talked about it, just kept on, babe, we got it. This is what we're going to do. She pushed me when it came to real estate school. We were studying 24/7. She's doing the flashcards with me. I mean, she could probably get her license right now if she really wanted to.
we talked about
We
that.
do everything.
We talked about
Yeah,
that.
we do everything
Yeah, yeah.
together. Literally everything we do together. Even with our youngest son, right? He's a COVID baby. So when he was born, he was with us 24/7 at the office. My son was answering the phone at 4 years old, by watching. You left the office. He's like, hey, wait, I got to give you a business card, right? But
That's dope. That's dope.
we're such a team that there's nothing that can stop us. And this is not even just me and my wife, like my kids, my oldest kids, my 21-year-old and 18-year-olds, like, we work so good together as a team because we taught them at such a young age that we're all we got, right? But then we go to different events and we're the people that buy all the raffle tickets because we know we're going to win everything. But my kids are the ones running on stage, fighting to figure out who's going to give away what we just won. Like, that's, and till this day, my kids are still the same way. And if, I think at one point, I think I borrowed money from my own daughter. She got in a car accident, got a nice big payout, and I think I had to borrow like $2,000. Of course, I paid it back, but there was no question. She didn't say, all right. She didn't question me. She's like, yeah, here you go, Dad. Like, our family's so tight that there's nothing that can break us. There's nothing.
That's good, man.
If it wasn't for my wife, she's the backbone, right? My wife hasn't had to work our whole relationship. I've never wanted her to work. I always wanted her be home, take care of the kids. Like, you do what you want to do.
Yeah.
So it almost got to a point where, all right, babe, we almost had to both go to get some jobs here, and I didn't want that. So she pushed me, and, to this day, like, we literally do everything together.
Oh, she print them T-shirts now. She worked.
She worked.
She
worked.
Let's make sure we clarify that now. She's not just sitting at home doing nothing. No.
Yeah.
So she works. But y'all a great team, man. Y'all are a great team.
And it's because we're best friends. Like,
yeah.
If you're gonna be in a relationship, make sure it's with your best friend. Like, make sure y'all can have those hard discussions. Like, we talk about everything and anything under the sun. Like, we know about past relationships. You have to know about them things. There's triggers everywhere, right?
Yeah.
I'm avoiding as many triggers as possible because of other people, right? And that's what makes us stronger, because now I have all the knowledge about her to make sure that I never put her in a position to not want to be around me, to make sure that she's always got my back. Like, we are, like you said, we're fun. We like a lot of people don't get to see the fun side of us, right? Like dancing is my thing. I love to dance. You put me on a dance floor, I'm not getting off. Like at the Christmas party,
November the 2nd, we're giving y'all
bro.
opportunity. Let me go ahead and put the plug in. The all
I'm telling you, you
black.
ain't gonna be able to get me on
The
the dance
all
floor.
listen, we want to see y'all on the dance floor. The all black. Show us what you got. Show us what you got.
Yeah.
Randall, what you got for him, man, before we wrap up, man? Because this was good. This was real good.
Man, it seems like your wife's right there, so I just want to shout her out. Like, sound like
Well,
she's
come on. She can get on camera.
Give her a big up
Yeah.
for supporting you, right? Like, yo, come on, y'all team effort. So come on the podcast. Yeah, man.
Fun.
It's so good to see you, sis. Good to see you, y'all. Yeah. But listen, so we got to get you down here with Josh November the 2nd, so y'all can turn up the dance floor. Y'all got it. Yeah.
As long as I can drive there, she's for it.
Yeah. But listen. You can't tell people you're 12 years old, or we're not doing that.
Why not?
We're not doing that. Hey, Randall, they go into a restaurant, man, and yeah,
literally
man.
sit bar and we literally
they think Josh a pedophile, man. So and they run with it. I'm telling you, they need their own show. Are you trying to
get the kids' meal for free? You trying to get that free meal? Is that what's happening right now? I think he's breaking.
Yeah, you froze up on us, man.
That's the pedophile mugshot.
Oh man. Well, listen, man. When he unfreeze, man, we'll get him, man. To give us, 5-10 years from now, what he's looking at.
Yeah. But that's dope. I want to recap the field trip that he just took us on. Right, one, that's a first for the Forte podcast. Normally, we're in our homes, office, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
But he took us outside his house.
Man. He took us
down the block. Yeah,
we got to step up our game now, man. When it comes to the marketing, the branding, the whole 9 yards, man. Because he showed us something, man. That was real dope. So listen, Josh, here's what we're gonna do, man. We want to know 5-10 years from now, where do you see yourself, right? Take us into the journey of where do you see yourself 5-10 years from now?
Top producer, man. I'm going. So I fell in. So doing print for 20 years, I feel like I hit my limit, right? I can't go past this plateau. Like I've tried so much that we've been talking. All right, let's move. Let's go to Texas, Atlanta, Florida, and do this all over again. But then real estate came along, and I'm like, oh man, this is my jam. I'm a people person. Like when I tell you I love real estate, like I wish I did this a long time ago because this is where I really can impact lives. I can make changes in people's lives by doing what I love to do, and that's literally helping people. Like the joy, every client we've had so far literally is our friends. Like they became friends like that because they love who we are. What you see is what you get. I'm never going to be the guy in a suit on the signs. Like, that's just not me. So my goal in the next 5-10 years, have my own brokerage, Innovative Twist Real Estate, huge everywhere, and being number one. Like, my goal is always to be number one in what I do, right? But also to help everybody else who's doing this journey and bring them along, teaching them the marketing stuff that I do along the way. You got to be different and don't be scared to be different, right? So I feel like me and my wife will probably get her license, so we can be a power couple. She, that's my 5 to 10 year goal. She says otherwise, but you know how that works, Dom. She'll get in there.
Trust me, I know, man. So how can people get in contact with you? Go ahead and give your contact information.
Innovative Twist everything, Innovative Twist on social media, Innovative Twist Real Estate for the real estate side. So print side, phone number is 757-553-1111. On that real estate, 757-754-8512. But listen, I'm here to help. Whether it's print, whether it's mentoring, whether it's whatever you want to learn, I'm an open book, been through it, done it. And if I don't, I know people who have. I tell people all the time, I'm probably the easiest person to access. If you have a question and I've been through it, I got you.
Man, listen, y'all. Yeah, man. You were the first one I knew that said that offered discounts just for putting your logo on the print material. You know,
And I do that to this day.
yeah.
Even with the real estate, you want 50% off flyers. That's all right. I'm gonna put my real estate stuff on the back. I got flyers in New York with my real estate stuff on. I don't know who's moving down here, but hey, you might move down here. My face is already in New York.
That's dope, man. Well, listen, man, I'm gonna put you in the green room real quick, man. I want everybody make sure y'all go follow Innovative Twist on all social media platforms. And if you're looking to buy, looking to sell real estate, right now he's licensed in Virginia, but I know he's gonna have his license all over the place. Y'all make sure y'all reach out to my guy, man, Mr. Josh, aka Innovative Twist. We appreciate you, bro. We appreciate you.
Josh, man. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir, man. Hold tight, bro. Another banger, brother. Another banger, man. Let's go, man.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm still shocked by the field trip. The field trip was the
It was dope, man. We got to get more people.
Man.
More people got to go ahead and give us a tour, man. But listen, y'all, we out of here, man. We out of here. We're gonna see y'all on what day? What day, bro? When we gonna see it?
Bro, November 2nd in ATL, all black. Go ahead and get your stuff on. Go put your stuff on layaway if you need to do that. You know what I mean? But go to www.theforteexperience.com. Tickets go on sale August 1st. So subscribe now. Get the tickets when they go early bird, because the early bird may be the only bird. Everybody you see as a guest on the podcast will be at the network party. So you like somebody, you want to glean from somebody, meet them in person. ATL, November 2nd. Let's go.
Also, make sure you follow us on all social media platforms. The Forte community, we need all of our Forteers. Yes, all of our Forteers. Go subscribe, go follow, share, watch the content. We got some fire episodes, y'all. Some fire episodes. So make sure you go to the Forte community. Hey, bro. It was another one. We out of here.